Bam, 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 bam. Are we recording?
Yeah.
We're on. All right.
If this was a book, I would read it.
On Sword and Sky.
Do you want to start?
We got like
I'll start.
Okay.
All right. So, here's the real beginning.
Yes.
This is from
This
the
is the
shop.
real star of the show.
This is from the shop for the
Yeah.
week of the 27th.
Yes.
I might edit this actually.
Really?
Because you've been going on for a while.
Okay.
I don't care.
Whatever.
Well, that's the actual beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Everything that happened before doesn't happen.
Yeah.
This is
You
the
should save it
future.
for the credits. You should save it for the credits. They should all see this during the credits.
Yeah.
This is the present and the future.
Or I might start them all together. But
Okay.
continue.
Yeah.
please.
I can continue.
Anyway, I'm Frey. This is Isaac.
Yes. Hi.
That hasn't changed.
Yes, no.
I'm gonna kick this off here. I have the New Generations book, The Spiders. Not just any spiders, but two Spider-Men.
Yes.
By Bendis and Ramon Perez on art. And I guess much like the other Generations book, we all agreed nothing really changes.
Yeah.
No, but
I mean,
it's
there's one little thing at the end that Miles makes a realization, and I think that's pretty much all that's happened in the Generations books. They make this realization.
Yeah,
at the
they
end,
come
and that's
like, oh.
pretty much it.
They're like enlightened at the end. Yeah, and I guess that's, and but it's a good book. You know, it just has the two Peter Parker and Miles Morales meeting, and like the art is set in like a 60s, 50s type of environment, but like I guess Isaac and I were talking before this, but they make like 90s, 2000s sort of references in there. It's kind of weird, but but the art is still pretty cool. I thought. Like I did like the art. Style.
I like the art too.
Yeah, and so happens, he runs into Peter Parker, and eventually they kind of reveal to themselves that they're Spider-Man, and Miles finds like his young self, meeting Genki for the first time, and that stuff is pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of like pretty cool moments in the book, I think. But as a whole, nothing really happens. But still, like a fun book. I liked it.
Yeah. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's just weird. It feels like a long way to go for not much.
Yeah,
I feel like the questions he's been asking, like whether he should be Spider-Man or be his own like hero, is something they've been doing in his own book. So this is just like a further like one more realization of that.
Yeah.
But it's not necessary because they've already started that discussion. So it's not like something that came about him because of this book. It's already started.
Yeah, it's already. And but I guess we've said the same thing for pretty much every Generations book. So at this point, I'm just kind of looking at it. Well, is it a good issue? That I enjoyed reading it? I did. So that's good enough for me.
And the art is really good.
And
the art is
great.
one of the better, I think, artists.
So
Visually, one of the better looking books.
Yeah, definitely.
Of the Generations.
So that said, I thought it was a perfectly adequate book. It's not necessary, obviously. You read it, not read it, but it's good. It's short, and then it's fun. I'd give it like 7 out of 10 movies.
Okay, 7 out of 10. Okay, our next book of the week. This is DC's metal tie-in for the week. This is Batman: The Murder Machine, tying into. Look at that cover. No matter what they do, I'm a child in the 90s, well 80s and 90s, and I love like foil variant, whatever covers.
Yeah.
It's cool. It makes me happy for a little bit.
For a little bit.
And then I go back.
Back into the darkness. Just crying.
I didn't know what to expect from this one. First of all, Frank Thierry wrote it with James Tynion, with art by Riccardo Federici. I wasn't that excited for the Cyborg one, or like, I didn't really know what to expect, but it was actually a pretty cool story.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it focuses on the Dark Batman from the Dark Multiverse. And it's good. It's a dark tale, just like the Flash one was last week.
And like the Teen Titans one, I guess, sort of. But I didn't know what to expect. First of all, the art, great.
Yeah,
I guess he has
really cool.
and he does like two different, varying forms of art depending on whether it's on the other Earth or on our Earth, and both look amazing. Like probably, I think out of all the books, it might actually have the best art this week, maybe. And it's up there.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Whatever, man. You're making me like doubt myself. I think that has my favorite art.
Yeah.
This week. And
that is cool.
It is. It is. That page in particular is great. But I don't expect much from any Cyborg book ever. but this one was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Batman as Cyborg.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's immediately
It's a better
cooler. It's
Cyborg
immediately
than
cooler than
Oh, yeah,
Cyborg.
of course.
But it's a cool
But even
really,
Cyborg in the book was great.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah,
I will
you know?
allow it. He was,
Like
he was
very
good.
well written. I
Yeah.
thought both sides
Very articulate.
Both cyborgs, because there's two cyborgs and they're both great. What did I just miss?
No, I said very articulate.
Oh.
No, it's really cool. It's got a nice little horror twist with the use of Alfred.
Yes,
And the origins of this Batman metal. And I enjoyed it. I've actually enjoyed metal as it's gone on more than I thought I was going to, with the prelude and the first issue. The second issue and these first two tie-ins and a couple times that were in, have been really good.
Yeah,
I've been
I think
pleasantly surprised.
Other than I didn't think the preludes and the first issue were necessarily bad, but I thought they were kind of dragged on.
It was just a lot of stuff. It was a lot of information, a lot of this is all connected, and it felt a little forced.
A little bit, yeah.
But once they got past that and got right to the story, it's actually
good.
pretty good.
Second issue on,
Yeah.
the tie-in, great. Love
Yeah.
it.
I would give it 7 out of 10 Lugos.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Fair. And to continue with the back books this week, we have Detective Comics by Tinian and Eddie Barrows on art. This book also, I actually, I don't like the art that much.
You suck.
No, actually, it's good. I think I just have an issue with the way Tim Drake is drawn. Like sometimes he just it's like straight up evil. It looks villainous. He would smile at Ozzy, and I know it's kind of supposed to be like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, no, it was
smile.
a weird. The one smile, I saw what you meant, and it was a weird, little.
It happened one other time, and I'm like, it looks like the bad guy. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. But really, really good book. I think my favorite book this week, just in general.
Yeah, no, it was good.
They start diving into the whole Tim Drake mystery. Spoilers. Jor-El.
Yeah,
Obviously,
Mr. Oz.
Mr. Oz at this point, I guess you would know. Him and Tim have a great dialogue, like throughout the whole issue, and it's great. And at the end, he starts answering questions. He kind of starts alluding towards why he captured Tim. And
Yeah.
exactly, like you kind of actually feel like sympathetic towards the reason and everything. It's pretty good, and actually like deeper and more complex than I probably thought the reason would be. So
Yeah.
I love the book.
It was really good. It makes me question Mr. Oz, because it seems to suggest Mr. Oz was also like a prisoner there.
Yes, yeah, he starts saying that too.
And that seems to. I'm hoping that's connected to the Dr. Manhattan thing and everything.
It has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be, right? Who else would be?
And it's got a really cool cliffhanger ending.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
I don't know how they're getting out of that.
No, I don't know, but not even like the whole situation, but even who he runs into.
Yeah.
It's great. Like everything
Yeah,
about
no,
the
it's
book
really cool.
is great, except Tim Drake's smile. The smile sucks.
Yeah, no, there it is. There it is. I saw it.
It's coming up.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's an awkward little smile. Even that
that one is
flashback smile
weird.
is a weird smile.
It's a weird smile, but I think it's over here. This one.
Yeah,
This
that
one-
is
I don't know if
villainous.
That's spoiler. It's come on. Tim Drake is. Come on. He looks
happy.
He looks like a rapist.
Just can't be happy.
He looks like he could be the future Dr. Light.
Yeah.
But regardless of all that, I'd probably give the book 9 out of 10
Okay,
I deducted 1 point just for the smile. Just for the smile.
Our last book of the week, this is Marvel Legacy #1 by Jason Aaron and mostly Asad Ribic, but also Steve McNiven, Ed McGuinness, Stuart Immonds, Chris Samney, Russell Dodderman, Alex Malik. I didn't even notice Alex Malik did a
Iron Man.
page. Which one?
The Iron Man page.
Was that Alex Malik? I didn't even notice that. Okay, but back to the book itself. First of all, it's a beautiful book. The art is really good. I love Asad Ribic. That would be my favorite art of the week. I miss him from the Secret Wars. I miss seeing him monthly.
I just missed that time.
Yeah, that was a good time. I was happy at that time too. It was really good. But it's impossible not to compare Marvel Legacy, this one shot, with DC Rebirth.
It's hard,
impossible. You can't, because it feels like, say, it's an extra-sized one shot that's supposed to be the start of everything going forward. In that way, it doesn't match up to DC Rebirth one shot. Not at all. DC Rebirth one shot felt very much like one story going through this. This one feels much more scattershot. That being said, I did enjoy this. I think there's a lot of really great moments in it. And I did enjoy it. There's some pages that have cool things. Like there's one page in particular that's a really cool thing, but I have no idea where it fits in. It just sort of feels like we're putting this page there, and it just feels like not out of place, but just like kind of nowhere.
Try to find out.
Like you don't know where this is gonna show up, but it's gonna. But we're just putting it at this spot. But I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Comparing it to Rebirth, when we compare it to Rebirth, right? I mean, Rebirth kind of grips you right from the beginning, and you can't put it down. You need to read every page, and it just has you right from the start. And it could be just because of where DC was at that point compared to where they were going, and all the things they did in that book. To kind of
it was an amazing thing because I mean DC was coming off just a low period.
Yeah.
And it just felt like it did more of what it needed to do than this did necessarily.
Yeah, and I guess Marvel isn't necessarily coming from that period. Yeah, they've maybe had weaker books lately, but I wouldn't say they're like...
I would say more like they're the general direction. Like the universe-wide direction has been weaker than DC, as opposed to the books themselves.
Right. And, but I wouldn't say they were like...
No, they weren't the same.
Where it was, or DCU, or that stuff, any of that stuff. So maybe that's why it doesn't have the same impact. It could be those reasons, but it's still a good book. And like you said, a lot of cool stuff happens. Yeah. There's not a lot of cool stuff, that's totally changing the direction of where they were to where they're going. It's kind of just like, well, this is just the new phase of Marvel.
This is like these are where the stories are going. Yeah. But it doesn't feel as like a complete like
a renaissance
break away from what came before.
Right.
Like DC Rebirth's like, okay, we made mistakes. This is a complete. We're cutting off from that. This is where we're going forward. Exactly. This feels more like these are still the characters These are still the stories This is just the main storyline that's going forward.
Exactly.
I like Marvel. For me, Marvel will always be. For me, they're always the number one company for me. I like their characters, but I just always have enjoyed them more. So they've got me no matter what.
Right. Yeah.
And some of these storylines, especially. It's very exciting. And it's really cool. And I like the characters, and I like the stories. I like what the ending implies.
Yes, that was great too. And even before that, there's another scene with that line of characters, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but some of it feels very much. Some of it feels like one whole story, and then there is moments and pages that are very cool and everything, but it feels like. And this is just a preview of this book. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with this main story. Yeah. This is just where this other book is going.
Yeah.
And that, I think, made it weaker than Rebirth.
Yeah, because Rebirth didn't have, obviously they planted seeds that other books would take advantage of, but this was just like advertising.
Yeah. It's like half of the book is one main story that's really, really cool, and then there's like, I'd say about 10 pages that are just like, this has nothing to do with this main story, as opposed to this is an advertisement for this book.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's even the artists are different, so you can tell it's like there's the one page of Ben Grimm and Human Torch, and the only thing that page has to do with this story, this main book, is it's going to be in that book.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and that makes it a little weaker.
Nothing really happens. They kind of just.
It doesn't add anything to this one shot itself.
Exactly.
It just sort of is there, and it's cool, but it doesn't add anything to the main thing.
But still, in all, great. It's good.
No, it's really good.
Great book.
Definitely worth your time. It's got an awesome Joe Quesada. Cover that goes forever. It's got great art. Jason Aaron knows these characters and does a really great job with them.
Of course.
It's just if you're comparing it to DC Rebirth, it's not quite there.
But
I would give it 8 out of 10 Lugos.
I think that's fair. Yeah. Well, Rebirth was like 20 out of 10.
I mean, Rebirth was an amazing thing. I don't know if you can repeat that. All right.
I didn't.
No, that's it from this week from the shop. We'll be back at a
later date.
Talk about the screening quick.
October 25th, 2017, we're going to have a test screening for Narrowbridge Films' fourth feature film, Yellow Scare. At the screening, we will also be having trailers from some short films, a short film. There'll be a Q&A with the actors and cast and crew. You can get tickets at Eventbrite. Tickets are going fast. There's only about half of the seats left. So buy tickets if you plan on coming as soon as you can, and it should be a fun night.
I'll be there, but I won't be featured as prominently as I am here.
Yes.